Welcome back. Today I'm working with 8 photos for a 2-page spread. I'm Emilee and you found Emilee's Paper Caper, where we're all about scrapping our stash and getting some pages done. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any ideas. So today I'm scrapbooking these 8 photos. I've already cropped a few of them and it'll be for a 2-page spread. For the background paper, I had some fun with a paper scrap that had some flowers punched out of it, and I used that scrap as a stencil to decorate 2 pink cardstocks. Here's a behind the scenes peek at what I'm talking about. There was the scrap, and then I took my ink and inked through it, and then for a little texture, I went through some NuVo Glimmer Paste to create a little texture on the borders. And I was really thrilled with how these turned out, turned some plain cardstock into something more interesting. I've pulled some other things from my stash for this page. These 3 2x2 cards will serve as the page title. I journaled Memorial Day, May 2020 on one of them. I also have these 6x6 papers that I want to use to kind of mat the photos. And then I'm trying to use some photo corners and brads and other embellishments up this year, so I've pulled those. I want to color block, or the photos will be kind of arranged in 2 sections or 2 grids. That's kind of what I have in mind. And so yeah, let's see how I do with this. I'm gonna just put some things down on the page and see how it starts to come together, and then I'll go in and adhere things off camera. I really like the photo that we took on our deck, but there's a lot of dead space in the photo, so I'm going to put those squares over that section of the photo that's just basically a picture of our deck, and that will use that space, and I'll adhere those squares with a brad on each of them. There are photos of my husband and younger daughter playing catch with Frisbee, and I want those to kind of look like there's action happening between those photos, so I'm going to overlay one of her catching the Frisbee with him throwing the Frisbee, and it'll look like an interaction on the page. To help that photo that I'm putting on top stand out a little bit, I've matted it on part of one of those blue 6x6s, and now I'm going to position those 6x6 papers behind the photos just to kind of get a feel for how this page is going to come together. Since we were outdoors for these photos, I want to kind of ground the photos with some scraps of brown and green paper. I think that'll kind of help the eye flow through the photos on both pages and also break up the pink background. Off camera, I've adhered all the elements on the right-hand page, and now I need to use my paper piercing tool to get some holes ready for those brads. I've been on a real brad kick lately and really trying to use up a stash, and it's working out well. I've been using them on almost every page lately. I'm also a fan of photo corners. I think that they complement pages nicely and help draw the eye through the photos on the pages. And so I've got a stash that I'm trying to use up, and I've picked some red, brown, and blue photo corners for this page. I think that the red pulls out my daughter's shirt, the blue, my husband's shirt, and the brown really is nice for the outdoor photos. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep on scrapping that stash.